What's up, guys? Cam, aka the Rookie Trader here. This whole time I thought it was live. I'm gonna be so for real, but you're joining me right as we're entering possibly a trade. We have 5 minute order break here. Increasing volumes coming. Right now it's a topping tail, a little dangerous. We are going to wait and make sure we have confirmation that this is a break. I've been streaming for like the past 20 minutes, at least I thought. That's not a good sign. I got huge red volume rejected. Well, we'll see though. That's why we're gonna wait for confirmation on this. See if any of these small caps are moving. Nothing else really had the volume, so. But here we go for another break. We broke VWAP, we held that. We just gotta break this orb. See, last week, that loss I took on Friday, I probably would have chased this entry. But because we learned that lesson, I told myself, no, literally happened last trade. Be patient, wait for confirmation. So here we go, attempting to break the orb again. And I need confirmation. I gotta wait. Either way, I'll move my stop up to here, depending on what happens. Just need some confirmation. I want it to close above, honestly, or like hold strong. Right now it's looking good. Yeah. Alright, we're entering. Alright, we are in at 390. That wasn't a good sign. It's been quite the battle, but let's see here. We're going to keep holding. I'm going to switch over to the 5 real quick to see what's going on here. We're going to look out for this resistance here. Wow. Alright, this is where I'm going to have to start watching to see if I need to sell half of my position. Because this is all we're trading, I'm just going to go ahead and remove that other one. We do have very strong momentum, volume-wise and candle-wise. So there's definitely nothing telling me I need to sell this right now. except for the lag. Yeah, it is lagging real bad. I'm gonna close out trading view, see if that helps. It's kind of hard streaming on this computer. There we go. It's definitely hard because if this was real money, I probably would be more tempted to just sell because you just want to lock in the profit. But I really think this can. I think this can burst up again, at least one more time. But I can't ignore the signals that the market gives me. We did run directly into that resistance, so let that be noted. We either break that, which would be, great, of course, or we don't. Well, we probably will retest it. Probably. Maybe. Not necessarily. But clearly we seem to be holding. I don't have level 2 data to really see anything, but I am going to be ready to still have just in case we do retest. Okay, see, that's not a good sign right there. We've retraced about more than half this candle. Uh, this could turn into a losing trade really fast. I'm sitting on my hands though because I'm quiet because I'm just thinking, honestly, like, do I sell this or do I keep holding? Watching the 1 minute can really be hard because ACIGG sauce. I am trading on Weeble right now. Okay, so I might sell half here. I swear, watching the 1 minute can be so stressful because when you watch those red candles go down, like, oh my gosh, I almost just sold. But honestly, like, this isn't like super strong momentum you want to see. Like, that's a deep pullback. But I'm gonna hold here a little bit longer, see if I can at least sell half a little bit higher up. But yeah, I'm trading on Weeble. Okay, I'm selling half right now. All right, where half position is closed out. Locked in a little bit of profit on that. Honestly, that topping tail, that rejection right there, I don't know if I want to keep holding this. I might just sell all the position and take the profit. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, that's not a good sign. I'm selling. Oh my God. What a crazy candle. Okay. We got lucky on that we were able to close that. Fed about break even the rest of the half of that position. So definitely glad that I sold half right there. That is crazy. That's why I watched the 1 minute, honestly, though, because if I was just watching the 5 minute, I probably wouldn't have seen that, candle happen and zoomed in. But we'll break down this trade here in a second because I'm not sure how to feel about it. Overall, though, I think we were positive, though. So let's see, we were trading UGRO. Yeah, so up $40. We closed half at about 30 cents per share. And then we sold the other half at 1 cent loss. But that's at least we got half out. So we got $40. We're technically positive today. It doesn't make up for last Friday's $88 loss, but we got half back. So I will take that. That was a stressful trade. And okay, when it's a stressful trade, that's probably when I need to be okay with closing my position faster. That's kind of the lesson I've been learning is like when I'm stressed out, either because the stock is halting or it's not moving the way I like it, and I'm starting to kind of get like jittery and emotional. To me, that means I should probably sell this position as soon as I get the chance because I don't want to sit here and be stressing out. I want to sit here and see the stock just like continuously going up, and I'm like I'm in bliss, like I'm about to get a winning trade, whatever. But when I'm stressed out because it's such a deep pullback on high volume, and then a big red candle like that, like yeah, I should probably sell this position. Like obviously it's going back up right now, but honestly, like the topping tails at this resistance too, and then that huge red candle, huge red volume. Like I'm glad I'm not still in this trade. ACIGG, just let me know if you have any questions about the trade I just made. I'm happy to answer any questions. I'm still learning. Full disclosure, I am only been trading for 5 months, and I just wanted people to be able to see what it's like to really start to learn how to trade. So that's why I'm recording and streaming because I just want people to see like the process of getting to a consistent trader, which that's the goal. I will be a consistent trader. I have no doubt about it. But I just wanted to show this resistance. This is the pre-market, and 3 times this stock hit this price and then rejected and failed to break through that price level. So that was the first thing I was watching, is that's the exact price that we hit here in the open, and it rejected off that level. So already then I should have been thinking, okay, we rejected on this level, deep pullback, probably not going to break through this level again. And then we come back up, boom, same level. So whatever's going on with this price at $4.33, it's not going to go above that. You know what I mean? So definitely glad we exited that trade. It's hard because I'm a little bit like, I wish that I sold all of my position and I would be up $80 instead of 40. But that's part of getting the reps in and learning, is that I have to be okay with taking whatever wins I can get. So today's still a win. It's still a $40 win. And that's okay. And so now we are going to log this trade. Definitely been a huge leap in my trading since I started logging. So today is the 23rd. We traded UGrow. Took a long position. I'm just going to all right, there we are. All right. So the first 5-minute candle has a high of 3.8. And our orb low is 3.35. Yeah, again, feel free to ask any questions. And if you're curious and following along my journey, watching me go from amateur to professional, make sure to subscribe, follow along. I post recaps every day, stream every day, and I will eventually start making content teaching about what I'm doing and how I'm becoming profitable. It's just a little bit hard to make that content right now because I haven't proven to be profitable yet, but that's the whole point, is that I'm a rookie. So our entry was, I don't think that's accurate. I'll come over here to UGrow. Our entry was 3.9 average. And then our stop is on here. And we put a stop down at 3.52. Our account size is 5,000. And our exit, so our exit's going to be these two numbers added up, divided by 2, since we sold half. So and that is 4.04 is our average exit. So let's see, technically it is a 0.36 win. It's not a big win, but I have to take what I can. Did it hit 1R? Technically, yes. Realistically, I wasn't going to sell that for 1R though. I mean, it jumped up and just instantly rejected each time. We'll zoom in on this just to get a look at the trade log. Follow rules. This is a tough one because technically my rule is that first 5-minute candle has to be green. This first 5-minute candle has to be green, but there was nothing else to trade. And so, yes, I did technically break my rules, but I am really reconsidering if that should be a rule or not. Because I don't think it should really matter if this first candle is green or red. What matters is if we break that orb high and we're above VWAP, it gets bullish either way. So technically, I did not follow my rules. If we're gonna be real, I didn't. And I'm gonna log that because that's the whole point of the trade log. Technically, it's not a valid setup because, again, because of the rule. But the volume on the break was high. Here's our break. Well, this is a little fake break. and then we break here, and then we go here. So technically the break is actually low volume, but the following confirmation candles are high volume. But the break is technically low volume. And so we're going to put in our notes, technically broke the rules. The first 5-minute candle was opened red. However, I have seen this pattern still work regardless. So moving forward in the future, I am likely to abolish this rule because it is limiting me from good trades. The emotions, honestly, the emotion on entering this trade was, I would say 2 because it was moving pretty quickly. The emotion during this trade, I'm gonna say genuinely a 5. I was stressed out during that trade. And now we just really review the equity curve. Again, this was in the beginning of starting the trade log. I'm on my way down, negative, negative, negative. And then I started implementing the 5-minute orb technique around here. And now we're on our way back up overall. And I'm going to start trading with real money once we break 0, which we're on the way. I just need to take what I've been doing in these trades here and continue to emulate that. There's always going to be losing trades that draw me back down a little bit, just like this one last Friday and this one here. But if I can overall manage my risk and hit those big winners, there's no reason that I shouldn't be able to continue on an upward trend. And that's why this trade log has been helping me, see that and log the rules, log the notes. It's helping a lot. Let's see. It makes that a gamble. Think you want to eliminate gambles and go for more solid trades. That is true. That is true. And that's a good point. Thanks for saying that. And I love that you're holding me accountable to that. Honestly, like, you're right, because what I just did, even though it was a successful trade, technically successful trade in the fact that it would have been profitable, because it broke my rules, I don't want to reinforce that negative behavior of breaking my rules. So even if it worked, regardless, I broke the rules, and that's just not something that a professional trader is going to do. So today I was genuinely, truly the rookie trader. I was not the professional trader because I broke my rules. Even if it worked, I broke my rules. And so thanks for that accountability, because that's true. It makes it a gamble. Exactly. We're going to learn together. That's the whole point of that. Yeah. No, seriously, thanks for saying that. Yeah, no, thanks for holding me accountable. No, 100%. Thanks for saying that, because I'm not sure if I would have been truthful with myself. Maybe because I do reflect on my trades later, throughout the day, but I don't think I would have been honest with myself about this one. So thanks for calling that out. It's hard because if I didn't trade this, then it would have been a no trade day. And after losing on Friday, I wanted to have a trade and I wanted to have a winning trade. And so that's like the emotional aspect of trading is I wanted to get back that loss. So I broke the rules in order to try and do that. And today it worked out. But in the future, it could not work out. So let's just go back into the notes. We're not gonna say I'm likely to abolish this rule. We're gonna add in feeling upset from Friday's loss still. So I broke the rules because nothing else fit my setup. Do not reinforce breaking the rules. No, that's good. That's good because I did break the rules. And even if it worked, it's a rule there for a reason because I made that trade in the past where I broke that rule and it didn't work. And so that's why it's a rule. I even have a research study that I read about the 5-minute orb saying that the first 5-minute candle needs to be green, and that was their setup in the research study. That's why it's a rule, and I broke it. Do I watch any news? I don't watch too much news. I do keep up with it. Obviously, in the U.S., yeah, like there's a lot of tension between parties and yeah, everything going on in Iran. So 100%, I have noticed that since I started trading, after the war started, it's been a very cold, bearish market. Not a lot of stuff has been working out. So I do need to keep that perspective in mind that it's just not the best market right now because of everything that's going on in the world. Like you said, people are going to be a little bit more hesitant with their money. People are going to be investing less. Um, Therefore, I need to approach the market with a little bit more hesitation and understand that there's going to be more days of no trading, probably more than there is days of trading. And that's a lesson, and that's something I think we have to learn if we want to be professional traders, is we have to be able to have 3 no trade days, 4 no trade days, even 5 no trade days. We should go a whole week without trading if that's what the market is like showing us. And today I forced that, and that's a rookie mistake. But moving forward, even if it's boring, that's why they say professional traders, successful traders, it's more boring because they have to follow rules. There's probably more no trade days than there are trade days. Exactly, but staying updated is going to get you more dubs, positive, negative news. Trump is going to have a speech today. Watch how that will affect the market. Yeah, definitely staying updated is important. I agree with that because at the end of the day, that's what the stock market boils down to. It's there's the macroeconomic scale of the world and the politics, and then there's the microeconomic scale of does the stock you're trading itself have good news. But you're right, I don't think we can ignore the macro level, and that's where the news and stuff, politics and all that is important to keep up with. So you're right about that. I've sometimes, I guess, like today, I've turned a little bit of a blind eye because it's like my head's just like dopamine chasing a little bit. I just want the win either way, regardless. But definitely we'll have to see that speech. Is the speech specifically about economics, or is he addressing the economy, or is he what is he talking about? No, you're right. Small win is a win, but because I broke my rules, that's not a successful trading day. I do like I have been recently keeping up with, even if it's a red 5-minute candle, but it still breaks the orb high. Does it still work? I've been keeping up with some stocks, not trading, just watching, and sometimes it does work. Um, it's just something I'll have to keep monitoring in the future, and maybe I shift the rules. But I didn't shift the rules um, today. I broke them. But overall, I started at 5,000 and we're at 5,477. So that's good. That's good. We just got to see if it can remain consistent. Peace talks with Iran. Open the Gulf. Okay, that'd be good. Yeah, we'll see how that affects the market. That's a good point to keep up with that. And obviously, when the war is officially over, which hopefully soon, because nobody likes war, hopefully, I'm sure I don't see why the stock market wouldn't start to bounce back a little bit when the war is over. Oil prices are going to go back down. Prices on other things are going to start to drop a little bit as well when all of it starts to get sorted out. Because I know that it's not just oil that's going up in price. There's a bunch of other things that the Middle East supplies to the rest of the world, and that's going to make the prices of everything go up. But yeah, we'll see. We will see how that affects the market. Overall, yeah, I just genuinely think until the war ends, it's just going to be a colder, bearish market. We're just going to have to wait it out. But I do think that trading in a time like this is the best time to learn, because that's when you learn the discipline of not trading, the discipline of selling quicker, just a lot more discipline. It's easy. Anybody can trade in a hot market, but I want to learn how to trade in a cold market, because if I can trade in a cold market, then I know I can be consistent long term, and that's the goal. Even though it's not as fun, it's realistic, and that's what's going to help me get to my dream of being financially free. I expect things to go down this week, but who knows? I think next week is going to rise again. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, even if the war doesn't end, if everyone can tell like, oh, this war is just going to go on for a while, like the market will probably pick back up regardless. Um, but we'll see. Yeah, all logic, zero emotions, 100%. And today I was a bit emotional. Like I said, I mean, you can see it on here on the trade log. That's why we have the trade log. Today was a day of 5, the highest emotion. And that's not good. I shouldn't be trading with emotion. That's not. It's got to be boring. It's got to be boring. So same goals. Yeah. Thanks for checking in on the live stream today. I do have a question. Like, have you started trading at all? Have you started paper trading or trading with real money at all? And do you have a strategy you've been using? Yeah, I do think the notes is the most important, because I can look back, and so I love that you're here. I can look back and see a lot of these losses that I have taken since I started doing the 5-minute orb. They've all been avoidable losses if we check the notes. So like this is a loss. Let's check this loss. This loss, bold and underlined, didn't love the news, but price is still below that target, so room to breathe. Blah blah blah. Either way, I highlighted that and underlined didn't love the news, and that was a loss, a big one too. So why did I make that trade? So now moving forward, again, here's another one. This is a loss. Had bad news. From now on, no trading negative news. So I have 2 lessons in here telling me weak news, news I didn't like, bad news. So from now on, I'm training that gut instinct. If I read a news headline and I just don't like it, I don't feel good about it, no emotion. Even if the stock's going up, doesn't matter. I'm not making that trade. And this is the only way to learn. I mean, having a trade log is the next step. You have to have a trade log, and I understand that now. You have Robinhood, long-term stocks, make a little money, pull out. Okay, yeah, I've been long-term investing for about 5 years now, because obviously that's like the Warren Buffett style of investing. It's safe. Long-term things are going to go up, most likely, right? Um, Day trading is just the same thing on a smaller scale, definitely. Definitely more to learn. Um, awesome. I love that you want to day trade. I'm assuming most people want to day trade because, and it's not a get rich quick thing, right? It's just building a skill that's going to get us that future that we dream of. And for me, that future is working 2 hours a day. Um, and just, I mean, I want to travel. I want to be able to have a nice house and spend time with my kids when I have kids. That's what I want. I want like freedom. It's not necessarily getting a Lamborghini or anything, right? Yeah, I don't want to work. Like, let's keep it 100% real. I don't want to work 9 to 5. I don't want to work 40 hours a week. And like for me, like I should write that like on a sticky note right here. In the beginning, it's been hard. There's like the first couple months of trading. There's definitely been times I'm like, am I wasting my time? Like, should I just focus on school? Because I'm like in college right now too. Like, should I just focus on it? And I'm working my job 40 hours a week. And there's been times where I'm like, am I wasting my time? But now I think I'm finally gotten to the point where I can really, really, really see um, the end goal in the future. And the trade log also helps that I know that I will be a successful trader. It's just a matter of time and effort and stuff. Yeah, more free time. Because like no one wants to work 40 hours a week. No, like we get one life. Let's get this skill down so that we can really enjoy our life and help our family and friends enjoy their lives too. I think you should probably write these goals down if you're ever struggling. Like remember the goals of what this is going to get you if you ever feel like giving up. I love that. Thanks for hopping into the stream today. Seriously. Um, I really am going to try to stream every morning. I just started this YouTube account, last week, and I will make a recap video after this, which you won't really need to watch the recap video because you were here for the whole thing, but that's where I will break down that I broke my rule and why that's not okay. Try to keep that short. Um, but seriously, thanks for hopping in to watch the stream because this was literally like what my vision of starting this YouTube channel was one, like people are going to help keep me accountable. And then two, people are going to learn with me. Like we're going to like, cause I was looking on Reddit and Discord for like a good day trading community, but I couldn't really find one. So I just decided, let me create my own community where people are like, it's real, it's authentic. I'm showing you the losses, the struggles, the rule breaks, everything. And we're going to learn together and support each other. Awesome. Sweet. Thanks for turning on the notifications. Yeah. No pressure if you don't have time to watch the streams, watch the recaps or whatever. But that's the whole point of this. It's not even just the videos, but for us to communicate and support one another. Um, but yeah, seriously, thanks for tuning in. Um, I do have to go and make this recap real quick because I have work in about an hour, so I need to get ready for that. But it's really been nice talking to you. Thanks for holding me accountable, CIGG. And yeah, I'll see you